10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
home and home series between the RPI and Union. The Engineers come in at 1-2-2 overall, 0-1-0 in ECAC hockey play. The Dutchmen are 3-5-0, 1-0 in the league, winners of their last 3 games. Perry Lascaris, Joe Pizzacano here, 91.5 FM, WRPI. Troy and Joe, RPI looking to bounce back after a tough loss last night. They fell behind 4-1, came back to within 4-3, but that was ultimately the final score.
They're a team that's willing to, it's good to see that the Engineers are a team that's going to push back. Even when they're down late in the game, they're going to give it their all the way through.
What were your analysis here through first few games of the season, Joe?
First few games of the season, I haven't gotten to watch many of the full games, but I've gotten to watch the highlights when they've been on the road, and it looks like an energized team, a team that's motivated and excited to open up their season here at the Fieldhouse. They had that scoring outburst against RIT, which was nice to see. As Captain Victor Liljegren said, it's good to show that they are a team that can score high. And it's also a team that can count on their netminder, as Chase Perry opened up the season at Ohio State with I believe it was a 56 save performance and only allowing 1 goal. So Chase has had a great start to the season in his junior year, and that's what you like to see from a junior netminder.
As they're doing the announcements here, starting goalies, same lineup entirely for Union as last night. But Joe, a couple of changes. We get to see Owen Stout for the second time this year.
Yeah, Owen Stout, the freshman from West Vancouver, British Columbia, on the line with Billy Jerry and the sophomore Todd Burgess. Burgess, of course, was drafted by the Ottawa Senators in the 4th round of the 2016 NHL draft. Burgess is off to a good start with 4 assists in the 5 games, all secondary assists, but nonetheless assists helping his team getting his teammates open. Freshman I'd like to talk about is Troy York, who didn't start the first game of the season, but has come on strong this past week. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists to start out the season. He was the ECAC Rookie of the Week last week. And he's a nice strong skater. He's playing right wing tonight with Brady Whiffen and Victor Liljegren, 2 bigger guys. And he's got a lot of speed, a nice wrist shot, and hopefully that line gets some goals tonight, because that's definitely a line that's got potential to score.
As we will now pause for the national anthems of Canada and the United States. First the pep band, and then we'll have a singing of the American national anthem.
As Ms. Erin Lazar will sing the national anthem of the United States of America.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes
Welcome back. I'm Joe Pisacano here bringing you the color commentary for tonight's game here at the sold-out Houston Fieldhouse, of course, for the Black Saturday game. And, you know, it's exciting here right now. The fans are pumped up, and all week at school, there's been an energy in the air among the students getting excited for tonight's game. And they're ready to see what the new coach brings to this team and what this RPI hockey team looks like in their home opener. And EC home opener against the Union College, of course, their rival.
RPI falling 4-3 yesterday, but looking to bounce back here. They're wearing their one-time use black uniforms, a couple of white stripes. There's a gray fade. You can't quite see from a distance up around the shoulders. Black helmets, black pants, black socks with the similar style.
And of course it says engineer on the back as opposed to their names.
Exactly. As we're underway from the Houston Fieldhouse, 91.5 FM, WRPI Troy, Per Lascaris, Joe Pisacano. Stopped behind the net by the freshman, Darian Hansen, who looked pretty solid throughout last night, until maybe the last few minutes when RPI was able to pot a couple of goals as it's stripped away by Scarfo in the far corner of the RPI zone. Expecting a sellout crowd here for the first time in a home opener since 2008, although the Engineers haven't played too many premier opponents, or premium opponents, I should say, in their home opener. There's a lot of Atlantic hockey schools that you wouldn't see maybe a packed house here. But anyway, full crowd here as the puck is in deep to the Union zone, played around by Brassard to the near side corner. Shot back around from Walker, and then chipped out to center ice. Puck in the RPI end. Who wants it? Evan Tierney, the junior, former Alberni Valley Bulldog, as it's flipped in on goal from the blue line, kept in by Union there. Near side circle, back to the point. Campbell fakes the shot, takes the shot that hammers off the end wall. Caroms around to Kozak. Kozak down low. Prapavesis battling for it. Back to Kozak in the far corner. He'll try to work it behind the net. Stopped there by Prapavesis. Picked up now, and it's Parker Fu on the move. Carrying it towards the point. He'll work it right back down low. Shoved into the corner by Tierney. As Union looks to change behind the play, it'll be picked up by Prapavesis. Looking around, he'll feed it ahead. And it was a tough pass from Morello to handle. Back comes Vidmar into the slot. Down low, he was looking to feed it for Sapinski, who had a great game yesterday, but that didn't connect. Prapavesis now near corner, trying to clear it out. He'll shoot it all the way down. We may have our first whistle. It will be icing on RPI. 18-16 to go, first period, no score.
Yeah, the Union coming out strong to start the period. Engineers trying to get their footing here with this packed house. Union doing a nice job sending the pucks in deep and chasing after them and not giving up at the blue line, holding the blue line.
Draw here in the RPI zone to Chase Perry's left. Perry on the year. 0-2-2, 236 goals against, 931 save percentage. Those are all good numbers except for, of course, the wins. As it looked like Sapinski put his glove on that one, but we will play on as it's moved all the way down the ice. Race for the puck. John Richards, the first one to it. Solid start to his first year as an Engineer. 3 assists in 3 games for the freshman from Callaway, Minnesota. Bouncing puck back into between the legs of Manley, and he gets some help there from a teammate as it's flipped out to center. A little behind Orval, plays it there up the boards. Polino chops it in. Hits off the Zamboni doors. Hansen gets his first look at that oddity of the Houston Fieldhouse. Orval has a man in front, trying to find him with a spinorama, but in the end it was broken up nicely by Brassard. Brassard lost it. Now Orval in front, feeding it down low, and Polino put it wide. Point blank. Engineers had numbers in front of the net. Now Manley a drive off the side of the net. Polino once more looking to cycle for Hayhurst. Jacob Hayhurst, first touch of the puck for him. Near side point. Harris to the middle. Turning and shooting. A shot is blocked. Rebound in front. And it'll be cleared off the glass and out to center. Matt Harris playing in his second game for RPI. The freshman from Sudbury, Mass will shoot it right back in. Go off on a change. Good to hit behind the goal. Picked up here. Owen Stout moves it down low further for Burgess, although it's flipped off the glass and out to center ice. Riley knocks it down there. Good poke check by Riley. Stout nearly ran into his own man as the Dutchman shoot it in. Emailophone will do the dump in. Perry plays it there. Left aside, hard off the wall. Burgess, good connection to center ice, and they're out. Flipped in deep by the Engineers. Race for the puck. First one to it. Connor Light. He's running to softly there by another 6'4" man in Billy Jerry. Now a collision behind the goal. Two Dutchmen run into each other, and it's Jerry who comes away with it to the point. Wilson can't handle a bouncing puck, and they're back out to the neutral zone. Jared Wilson with a man on his back, flips it all the way down ice, where it's stopped behind the goal by Hansen. Pressuring Liljegren, forced the turnover, tried to throw it in front for Whiffen, but it's intercepted. And saving a goal there was Cole Meyer, the Union captain. As all alone in front with no goaltender was Brady Whiffen. Now it's shot down ice, wave off the icing, race for the puck. Union's gonna get there first. Jack Adams is all alone in the offensive zone. RPI takes over, it's Liljegren to center. Gets it right back from York. Liljegren in, firing it through the top of the crease all the way to the other side. Touch pass, center ice, Union on the move there. Adams stolen away. York back for Tommy Grant. Junior from Sparta, New Jersey. The defenseman gives it across to his offensive partner. Prapavessis gives it away. Walker, a shot blocked by Tommy Grant in the corner. 15:33 to go in the first period. No score, RPI in Union. Prapavessis now far side of his own zone. Indirect off the wall, York can't control. Prapavessis back on it, senior assistant captain from Oakville, Ontario. Gets some help there as it's lobbed all the way down the ice. Will this be icing? I don't think it has the legs, and they wave it off at the last possible moment. Here's Campbell now for Union, skating it near side, turning back to his own zone. Cross ice feed connects there. Coleus dumps it into the RPI zone. This will be icing on Union, and we get a stoppage just about 5 minutes in.
Yeah, a couple nice sequences there by the Engineers, doing a nice job with that new line of Hayhurst, Orval, and Polino. A lot of speed on that line, and they were the first line to get several chances on the Union netminder, Hansen. And then Liljegren doing a nice job to just throw the puck in front of the net after he stole it off the netminder. So just smart playing here by the Engineers.
Face off here, defensive zone, shot around, up into the netting, we get another stoppage.
Another thing to note is the top defenseman pairing of Jared Wilson and Will Riley. A lot of size and a lot of speed on that defensive pairing. I expect to see them get a ton of minutes here tonight, as they're definitely the strongest pairing out tonight for the Engineers.
Face off, one back by the Dutchman. Brassard trying to clear it out far side before he takes a big hit. Now Vidmar to center ice. Taken back over by the Engineers. They go D to D along their own blue line. Jared Wilson paired up with Will Riley. The top two RPI defensemen together here. Riley holding, shooting high over the top from the blue line. Morello picks it up behind the goal. Back up top to Riley. Settles a hot pass from Morello. Now Wilson. Fed across. Back to Riley, far point. Shot and a glove save made by Hansen. He'll hold on. A little bit of traffic there, but Hansen looked like he saw that one all the way.
Yeah, one good thing the Engineers are doing here in this opening period is that they're chasing their shots that go wide behind the net. Even if they bounce off the boards, go behind the net, there's always, it seems to be an Engineer right behind the net to chase after it and get it back out front of the slot for a high-quality chance.
Draw here to the left of Hansen, one back by the Dutchman. Fed up the far boards, right into the skates of Orval. He tries to work it back down low. That's Emil. Jesper's still not in the lineup. Shot deflected, high just over the top of the goal. It'll pop around to the far corner. Who's going to get there first? It's going to be Light for Union, swatted out to center, and now a race for it. Coming across is Manley to chip off the glass. Union's offside. Light doesn't care. He'll skate right back into the zone anyway. We get a stoppage. 13:58 to go in the first. Shots are just 2-0 RPI, and we have no score.
Yeah, good job there by Manley to cover for his man after puck went through his skates, flicked it up off the boards.
Face off neutral zone. It'll be Taylor for Union. Brendan Taylor, a junior from Nanaimo, BC. And the RPI centerman out there, looks like it was Burgess. And Burgess on the puck now. D-to-D pass now. Engineers trying to break out of their own end. Grant up the wall. Burgess tips it deep. Rolling puck into the far corner of the Union end. Stout puts his man into the wall. That's Coleus. And now played behind by the Dutchman's Campbell. Picked up on the near side by Morgan, who just works it out to center ice. And now gathered in by Amalafone. Picked up his first collegiate goal last night in Union's 4-3 win. As it's fed out behind the intended target, Burgess. This will trickle towards goal. Brassard will steer it away from his goaltender. He lost an edge and went down. Burgess picks up the puck. Centering pass off the skate O'Reilly, as he may have intended that pass for Whiffen. Well, didn't find him, and now Morgan will pick it up in the neutral zone and dump it all the way down. Block it away by Perry. Don't know if that'll count as a first official save. If it was, it'll be the easiest one he makes all night. Wilson lobbing through center off somebody into the bench. And we'll have a stoppage here. 12:59 to go. First period, teams still feeling each other out, and it's odd because they played last night, but getting used to the new environment here so far.
Yeah, new environment. It's a blacked out environment here with the with the students really going to town with the. You look around and it's a sea of black.
Absolutely. Also, a nice T-shirt handout will help the cause as well. I remember my first Black Friday too. It was a lot of fun. I'll get back to that story in a minute. We're back to play here. Light with the puck behind his own goal. He'll turn around in the near corner and leave it behind the cage. Union, far side off the wall from the freshman Campolito. Made a nice pass to set up Union's second goal last night, did Campolito, for his second assist on the year. Union has it. They'll dump it in. Around to the near side corner. Twisting and turning. Walker gets dumped there as Wilson is throwing body parts around. Now a shot through traffic wide of the cage. Caroms around to the near half wall. Picked up there by Liljegren. He'll try to skate it to center. Is being pestered and eventually stolen away by Kosak. Feeding it into the middle. Turning and shooting Walker right on. A save by Perry, and he holds on. Tricky little move there from Walker. And Perry had to be good stopping that one.
Yeah, one thing I'd like to see the Engineers do better is clear their zone a little bit with a little bit cleaner passes. They're getting tripped up at their own blue line by forechecking Dutchman, and could do a little bit better job of clearing their zone.
Face off to the left of Perry, one back to Manley. He'll flick it around behind for Harris. Matt Harris stopping there. Mearsmore not playing this evening. And so RPI shuffling up the deep pairings a little bit. Here's Vidmar for Union into the zone, off his stick a little too far. Manley will beat him to it in the corner, although he gets some help from Sapinski. Back towards the near point. Campbell trying to keep it alive. Second effort does the job, keeps it in the zone. Rinaldi now walking in front. Vidmar across to the far circle. Nobody home except for John Richards of RPI. Shoots it up the glass. It's gloved down, kept in for a moment. Nice play by Richards to stick with the puck. And he eventually clears to Union territory. Here's Rinaldi near side of his own zone, stick handling through neutral ice. Couple of poke checks, stays on the puck. Still Rinaldi, took a shot, partially fanned on, broken up by Manley, and now picked up by Emil Orval. Freshman from Halmstad, Sweden. Puck chopped far side, Richards putting the pressure on as it's knocked down there and then swept into the zone by the 6'5" Jack Adams out of Boxford, Mass. Flipped along into the RPI zone. And now played on further. Now Meyer keeping it alive just at the blue line. Carries it far side, trying to work around Harris. Harris has him wrapped up in the far corner. 10:53 to go. Shot from the point, trickles off a skate, hit Manley in the end, and rolled wide of the goal. Rinaldi now. Centering pass off Brassard to the point, faking a shot there was Campolito. Now a shot comes, hit bodies in front, never got to Perry. Chopped down low, Scarfo moves to behind the goal. Still Ryan Scarfo. Carrying all the way back to the point, he'll hand it off for Brassard. Through traffic, shot was blocked, and now it's picked up by Manley. Manley just lobs it up the boards and all the way down. This will be icing on RPI, as just barely winning out the race was Brassard over Polino. 10:22 to go in the first. Union has evened the shots at 2-2, but we have no score.
Yeah, there's good pack checking by the Engineer wings. John Richard doing a nice job to go to the corner to help out his defenseman. But the Union defensemen are doing a great job holding the blue line. And that's got to be an area that the Engineers need to figure out how to exploit it. Try to get through center ice somehow.
Draw here to the left to Chase Perry. Won by the Engineers. Harris, although it trickles, he was trying to play behind the goal, but Rinaldi got his stick in there and forced that puck on goal. It won't be a shot, but it will be something Perry had to handle.
Yeah, good job there by Chase Perry to stay aware and keep an eye on that puck.
Another face-off, same spot near side, RPI zone. Draws so far 5-4 RPI, so they're doing, like last night, a good job on the circle. Is that shot from Campbell hammered wide. A little snapshot there from the point and looked innocent enough, but Perry didn't see it all the way. Luckily for him, it missed the cage. Now Jerry back. Prapovessis near side of his own end. Crosses into neutral ice and shoots it off the stick of Jerry into the zone. Coleus picks it up and skates behind the goal for use of some cover there. Now Vidmar connects to center ice. Campbell on the move. Just shovels it far side of the RPI zone. Sapinski shielding. Drop pass coming. Pad save by Perry on the quick shot from Coleus from the far point. Up the boards for Stout, and the Engineers are out to center. He'll cross center and dump in on goal from Stout, as Hansen will just leave it there. Coleus, as both teams make partial changes, the Dutchman dump it in. Wilson, senior captain from Calgary, Alberta, and former Vernon Viper, will work it to the near side. They battle there along the wall. It'll be Riley towards the point, and then dug out by Liljegren. They get as far as neutral ice, but Taylor carries back in. Engineers need to find their defensive assignments down low, and eventually the puck comes in on Perry. And we get a stoppage here. 9:03, they'll clean off the ice, Joe, but Union, after absorbing some RPI pressure in this first period early on, they've kind of hit back with a couple of opportunities of their own.
They're pushing back on their own, and the Engineers are doing a good job to try and stifle it, but like I said, the biggest problem I'm seeing so far is the Engineers can't really seem to clear their own zone cleanly. They're getting the puck into the neutral zone, and then the Dutchmen are getting control of it and sending it right back in so that they can go on the forecheck. So the Engineers need to figure out how to cleanly get out of their zone. Maybe try going up through the middle of the ice or something, but they're playing good defensively. The wings are doing a nice job to go back to the far boards and help out their defensemen.
Early ECAC hockey action. Colgate and Arizona State tied 1-1. There was a 4 o'clock start there. Only goal of teams involving games involving ECAC hockey teams. Cornell leads Alabama Huntsville 1-0 in the first.
So we're gonna hear that story about your first blackout?
Oh right, I was under the impression you had to have everything on your body had to be black.
Oh.
So I had black pants, shoes, shirt, and a hat.
Mask?
No mask. I think they probably would have kicked me out if I did that. But no, they said, I got to the door, they said you only needed something black, not everything black. Well, I was in the spirit. Anyway, Jam tried, they score, Scarfo. And that's what we get, Joe, for talking about old Black Friday stories. Ryan Scarfo picks up a turnover for RPI and just jams it in front of the goal. His 4th of the year, and it's 1-0 Union.
Yeah, and so the extra pressure from the Union Dutchmen having almost 3 straight face-offs in the RPI zone leads to the first goal of the game here at 8:56 with 8:56 to go in the first period.
Draw here at center ice. Engineers down again. They trailed, remember, 2-0 before they were able to get on the board in the 3rd period last night. So another hot start for Union here. Wrapped around to the far side. Engineers shoot it near side now. Race for the puck. Polino's going to get there. Or Morello, rather. Shooting from a tight angle all the way through. Slap shot coming, and a wild one from the far side from Richards. That was blocked by a body. Kept in there by Morello. Race for it. Tyrannese. He'll pick it up near side of the goal. Fake to handoff. Now he'll shovel it back. Grant lost it. And now he trips his man. Penalty coming up here, as it was Campolito who drew the penalty from Grant. Grant doesn't like it. He was trying to find the puck with his stick and inadvertently kind of picked the toe up of Campolito and tripped him. So Union will go on the power play.
Oh man, and I was just about to give a compliment to the Tyrannese line for knowing their men, knowing that John Richards is so quick, able to beat out that icing. But Engineers will go on the penalty kill.
So Grant off for tripping, as it'll be Brassard to set things up on the power play. Last night, the Dutchmen were 1 for 4 in the man advantage. Also had a shorthanded goal. So special teams, a big part of the 4-3 win for Union there. RPI, on the other side of things, was 1 for 5 on the power play yesterday. That was Evan Tierney's late swat in goal from out of the air. Made it 4-3, that was it. RPI fell in yesterday's game. 7:53 to go in the first. RPI clears. Minute and a half to go in this Union power play. They've yet to really set things up, as it'll be Brassard to open the breakout here for the Dutchman. Cole Meyer to center. Broken up nicely there by Whiffen, although the clearing effort from Prapavesis thought he had an easy clear. Not the case. Scarfo down low, carrying to the far corner. Ryan Scarfo takes a couple whacks, double team, lost it to Riley. Riley can't clear. Kosak. Cole Meyer in the far corner. Now Kosak again in the circle. Back to the far point. Brassard carries center blue line. Shot coming, save made. Rebound cleared away by Prapavesis. And it's swatted all the way down. Mike Prapavesis cleared that one out of the crease, helping out Chase Perry there, who made the initial save. And then the Engineers doing the job to clear, but Union oh so close there. 7 minutes to go now in the period. Union breaking back in. Sapinski with Rinaldi. Another good breakup. Can the Engineers clear it this time? Yes, they can. Wide of goal from Billy Jerry from about 110 feet. And now here come the Dutchmen once more. Drop pass there. Through center they come. Vidmar drops it back. Sapinski throws it back to Colias. Near point now. Morgan down low. One-timer in front, put wide by Sapinski. Back to the point. Grant's out of the box, but the Engineers not out of the woods yet. One-timer Sapinski fanning on the aerial shot there, and then dumped in the corner was Rinaldi. Engineers survive a scare on the PK, then they wing it down. Wide of goal. This will be icing on RPI. I'm not sure that Manley realized the power play was over. And he didn't, because his palms were up as to say, why is that icing? Well, they're even. Shot 7-2 Union, including the game's first goal. 6:05 to play. It was Scarfo, Joe, scoring at 11:04 from Jack Adams. That could change, of course. Face-off defensive zone. Engineers win it. Manley throws it behind, but didn't see Kosak there, and he takes it away. Kosak and these Dutchmen are jumping on some of these defensive zone passes for RPI. Now a shot coming, saved by Perry up high. It was a tight angle shot from the wall by Taylor, but Perry needed to be alert, as that one may have been labeled for that top near corner.
Yeah, and he was defended there by Jared Wilson, who, to start out this game, has looked really strong in the corners. He's throwing these wingers to the ice like they're made out of paper, and it's really good to see. That's what you want to see from your captain and your leader on the defense. Face-offs
even at 7 apiece, but shots heavily in favor of Union now 8-2. Remember, RPI had the first 2 shots of this game. High off the glass is center. Glove down by the very tall Connor Light at 6'5". It'll be gathered in by the Dutchman here. Campolito dumps it into the RPI zone, and that didn't touch anybody, so it'll be icing on the Union.
So the Engineers will get into their offensive zone.
Yeah, maybe they can generate something here. Joe, maybe something right off the draw. Remember, York's first career goal at RIT was right off the face-off.
Yeah, and Jacob Hayhurst has one of the deadliest slap shots in the ECAC, so.
Well, if he can score while taking this face-off, we'll give him some extra credit. And face-off chopped towards the near wall, picked up by Adams. He'll feed it across into the skates of Light. And now ahead for Rinaldi. Chipping in, runs into Wilson. As Wilson has to be careful when he plays the body there away from the puck, but he gets away there unscathed. Now chipping near side. Engineers trying to get it out. Campbell keeps it in, but right to Wilson. Touch pass ahead, and now RPI breaks the center. Chance for a 3-on-2 into the zone. Jerry on a backhand is actually, Richards rather, tried to backhand it, ended up throwing it behind the goal. Now he steals it right back and flips it into the Union end. Race for it. Orval there with Campbell. Pops free up the near wall, lobbed high in the air, trying to glove it down with Scarfo. And carried on further. In off the crossbar by Colias. It'll be gathered in here by the Engineers. Played on further, Liljegren walking in, shot right onto the save, and that's held on to.
Yeah, going back to that face-off, I've seen Claude Giroux of the Philadelphia Flyers actually score off the face-off, so I wonder if Jake Hayhurst had that trick up his sleeve, but unfortunately not. And but the Engineers here will get another offensive face-off from that same circle, this time with him taking that face-off.
Face-off coming here to the right of the goaltender Hansen. 3-0 record, 167 goals against, .932 save percentage, and all those numbers That save percentage actually came down from where it was yesterday. And after the Engineers scored 3, fanning on the slapper was Stout. Now Grant with some room, top of the circle. Rister was blocked by Brassard. And it'll be worked to the far wall. Bouncing out towards center ice, gathered there by Prapavesis. Fed off the skate of Whiffin and in deep. Brassard there. Little shoulder fake to try to get away from Whiffin. But RPI keeps it in the zone. Troy York, 4 points in his young RPI career, just 4 games in now for him. Diving play there by Campolito to poke the puck away from York. And now Union to center ice. Too far for everybody. Matt Harris back to get it for the Engineers. Fresh legs for Harris. He didn't play last night. Probably one of the reasons he's in there. And now here's Tyrannese. Fed far side through everybody. And that'll be icing. He was trying to find Richards, who's seen plenty of ice time in this first period. 3:32 to go in the first. 1-0 Union leads.
And the Engineers seem to be doing a better job of clearing their zone. That pass, unfortunately, just not on the tape. But they're starting to go more towards the center of the ice and get out of their own zone a little quicker, not trying to go through the sides where the defensemen of the Dutchmen are standing.
Face off here, shot around behind. Here's Richards. Richards for Prapavesis, lost it in his skates behind the RPI goal. It's held up a bit there as the Union Dutchmen work it to the point for Coleus. Down low it goes by everybody, including the intended target, Taylor. Now Taylor back on it with some help from Morgan. Hayhurst to center ice. Or Morello rather, bouncing puck there, gathered in by Coleus, took his eye off it, goes back to pick it up and they flip it in deep. Prapavesis to gather there, under 3 minutes to go first period. It's 1-0 Union, and the Engineers will wrap this one all the way into Dutchman territory. Bounced up the boards, trying to keep it in. Burgess did for a moment, but now Meyer back the other way. 3-on-2 for Union. Meyer in, shooting, blocker saved by Perry. Back to the point now. Light across, Newhouse. Thought about a shot, didn't have it. He'll fire it down low, right onto the tape of Wilson. Can the Engineers break the other way? 4-on-2 as they hit the line. Fed down low and into the corner by Hansen. As Wilson has a huge hit thrown there in the corner. Fans enjoying that. I think it was Stout who laid the lumber right into the Zamboni door. And they continue to dig. Wilson pinching in near side. Wraps around to the far side. It'll be Burgess. Burgess down low. It was Stout who delivered that hit. And now throwing another hit is another freshman, Billy Jerry. That Zamboni door is getting a workout there as finally it's peeled out by the Dutchman. Scarfo through center, has the only goal this game. He dumps it in. Will Riley back to pick it up for the Engineers. And he'll skate near side. Connects to Emil Orval, who dumps it in. Engineers change 4 behind Orval. Parker Fu to center. And then fed across. Don't worry, it'll happen again. Down low it goes. Here's Parker Fu once more. And now jumping on it, Polino. To the point, that pass was bobbling and Grant couldn't control. All the way down it goes. Now Union uses that opportunity to change. Left along the wall by Hayhurst. Manley jumps up and shoots it in. Hansen can't slow it down. To the far corner now. Behind the goal, trying to center it that time was Polino. And he half fanned on it, goes behind the cage, and now Sapinski back the other way. Fed across for Rinaldi, top of the far circle, centering past Sapinski, trying to drag it out in front, and he never took the shot. I think he was trying to stick handle it past Perry. That didn't work. Backhanded to center ice and back to the Union end. Campbell. Polino tried to knock it down with his body, and what are they going to call here? Cross-checking is the call. It must have been away from the puck. And they're going to get Hayhurst. And with 48.6 seconds left, Union's going to go back on the power play. As I said, I didn't see it. I was following the puck there, Joe, but Hayhurst is going to take a penalty, the second RPI penalty of this period.
Yeah, I didn't see it either, but I did see on an earlier play, Hayhurst sort of jab his stick at a Union player after he was well away from the puck, so maybe just didn't get away with it this time.
Important 46 seconds here for RPI to try to go to the first break here. Still down just the 1, and now they're having trouble putting the 2 minutes on the board. There it is. Hayhurst, the sophomore from Mississauga, Ontario. Tied for the team lead with 3 goals. He'll sit in the box right now. as it's poked free and the Engineers clear. Polino doing the job. Brassard from behind his own goal. Fed near side from Meyer. On further, poked away by Wilson, or excuse me, Riley rather. And now Brassard, far side connection. Nice breakup, good stick by Whiffen. I don't think he knew where his stick was, but you keep your stick on the ice for that very reason. As he was able to break up the play, RPI cleared to center momentarily, but Union's right back in. 12 seconds to go in the period. Riley trying to clear it out far side, broken up there by Kozak. Centering pass, drop deck to the blue line and Brassard. And now Kozak again. Brassard fell down as he was taking the shot, and it worked out in Union's favor as there was a backhander on goal, and Perry squeezed the pads together and made the save. It turned into more of a pass than a shot there from Brassard, and it was a couple of Dutchmen on the doorstep, Scarfo and somebody else, but it was actually Meyer who took that backhander.
Yeah, and Perry was looking around.
Yeah, he didn't know where it was.
Make sure he had it, but covered up with 0.6 seconds left in the game.
Big time save by Chase Perry there. Like I said, there were two Dutchmen that could have taken that shot. Scarfo and Meyer, two guys you don't want on the puck if you're RPI, two veterans of this Union lineup. With that much time and space. Everyone else was looking for a shot there from Brassard. I think they might have turned around looking for a rebound, but it was actually a slow pass. Now we get a whistle here, as that'll do it. I thought there was 6 seconds left. Was it 0.6?
0.6.
Oh, okay.
0.6
well,
seconds left.
That's my old eyes. 0.6 left. The face-off didn't go anywhere. And we head to our first intermission. 1-0 is the Union lead, Joe, after one. Shots were 10-3. Dutchman in that period after RPI took the first two shots of the frame. You can do the math there. 10-1 Union after that. I'm just kidding. Of course you could do that math.
So a couple penalties to RPI no doubt had some impact on the shots for the game. The Union Dutchmen able to get a couple extra shots off thanks to those penalties given to them by the Engineers. And
yeah, we'll take a break here and be back with our first intermission. Your score once again after one is Union 1, RPI nothing. You're listening to RPI Hockey 91.5 FM, WRPI Troy.
This is Campus Radio at RPI, WRPI Troy, New York.
Hail, dear old Rensselaer, the college of our heart. For dear old Rensselaer, each man must.
Please welcome RPI players and their family members from the first-year class. Please welcome number 1, Lyndon Marshall, his mother Valerie Marshall, sister Autumn Marshall. Number 2, Matt Harris, his parents Steve and Kathy Harris. Number 7 is Troy York, parents Guy and Susan York. Number 20, Billy Jerry, parents David and Jenny Jerry. Number 22 is Gavin Payne, his parents Byron and Jill Payne and sister Caitlin Payne, along with Mike Aggie. Number 23, John Richards, his parents Jay and Janelle Richards. Number 25, Jerry Burke, parents Ethan and Sharon Burke. Number 27 is Owen Stout, his parents John and Lisa Stout. Number 38, Eagle Orval, parents Jordan Orval and Tina Spavary. From the sophomore class, number 3, DJ Samet, parents Tim and Melinda Samet. Number 5 is Charlie Manley, parents Chuck and Lisa Manley. Number 16, Jacob Hayhurst, parents Jim and Tracy Hayhurst, his grandfather, Dave Fitz. Number 17, Todd Burgess, parents Scott and Jody Burgess, brothers Gregory, sister Madison, friends Mark Mandel and Brent Kukowski. Number 24, Will Riley, parents John and Eddie Riley, brother Michael. Number 26, Jake Morello, his parents Joe and Lisa Morello. Number 29, Patrick Polino, parents Scott and Ann Polino, brother Joe. Number 32, Isaiah Dennis, parents Jordan and Gabriel. Gabriella, excuse me. From the junior class, Number 28, Isla Normal and his parents, York and Tina Spabre. Girlfriend, Jacqueline Asplund. Number 35 is Chase Perry, his parents, Frank and Holly Perry, sisters Chloe and Charlie, and their mother, Ann Wallen. And from the senior class, number 12, Victor Lutherman, parents, Stephen Osterman and Anna Lutherman, and girlfriend, Lee Soderberg. Number 13, Jerry Wilson. Parents, Dan and Jennifer Wilson, brother Louis, sister Courtney. And number 19, Mike Krapovitz's parents, Jim and Karen Krapovitz's. Give a nice round of applause for the RPI engineers and their families. We direct your attention to the west end by the engineer's fly area. It's time to give away some money. Inside that set fuel money machine, our contestant tonight, Bob Neal. He'll have 60 seconds to grab as much cash as he can while he's flying around inside the set fuel money machine. The best part, he gets to keep it. Set fuel will match it and donate it to charity. If you're ready, let's dump the cash in and get Bob inside.
I'm Joe Pisacano bringing you this intermission report, and we're going to talk about the Engineers and their home opener here tonight. They're down 1-0, 1-0 to the Union Dutchmen. This is an ECAC hockey matchup, and the Engineers' second of the year. The Dutchmen's second of the year, and so both teams it's a pretty tight checking game so far. One thing to note is that the Engineers have taken two penalties in this first period, but they're doing a nice job on the penalty kill, not giving up too many dangerous chances. They're doing a great job to meet the charging forwards at the blue line and either get a stick in the way or just to kind of check them off the puck and clear the zone. One thing to note is that the one time I believe it was Mike Prepodessis had the puck down low, and he had time. He had no one around him, and all he had to do was clear it and just lift it up into the zone. Unfortunately, he tried to bank it off the boards, and it went right onto the stick of a Dutchman. So just Prapavessis at that time, he needs to just relax and know that he has time and kind of push the puck out, just lift the puck a little bit so that it makes it a little harder for the Dutchman to hold it in at the blue line. Because the Dutchmen have been doing a great job of holding the puck in at the blue line. Even at even strength, they're holding, the defensemen are doing a great job of holding their puck in and allowing for more possession time in their zone. And so Engineers need to do a better job of trying to push back and push back and get out of their zone quicker passes that will allow them to get some more offensive zone time. And now we're going to talk a little bit about some of the other sports here for the Engineers. The football team earlier today won in dramatic fashion over St. Lawrence University, which allowed themselves to go 3-1 in Liberty League play. The Engineers football team is going to try and take the Liberty League this year. I've talked to a couple guys on the team, and they're excited with what they've done so far, except for their one little bit of a dud game at Hobart. They played really well this year. Oliver Kasia doing a nice job leading that team with on defense. And but yeah, Mark Meeslin took almost a last-second touchdown. I believe there was still 7 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, the football?
Yeah, the football game earlier.
17 seconds, right.
16
points something, yeah.
Yeah, it came down to dramatic fashion. The freshman quarterback doing a nice job to lead the Engineers in these last couple games. And again, as I said, they go 3-1 in the Liberty League right now, trying to take home that title.
Yeah, big comeback win there for RPI. They were up. It's a comeback win. They were leading the whole time. Then St. Lawrence goes down and scores on a 58-yard touchdown pass. And with just 2 minutes left, and Marinopolis did a great job leading the team down the field. Mike DeVinnis did a huge game as well. A couple of touchdowns and helped on that drive. A couple of scrambles from Marinopolis, and then the big catch from Meisland for the touchdown with 17 seconds left. Engineers keep their Liberty Championship hopes alive. Rochester home next weekend.
And I believe I was talking to a couple guys on the team. They said RIT is 0-8.
Rochester.
Okay.
Yep. U of R, but yes.
Okay. But I'm talking about the Liberty League. I think they're trying to go for the Liberty League crown, and they think that it's going to come down to the Union game at home in a couple weeks. If they win all the games that they should win.
Right, and that is true, but you can't overlook a team. I don't care what their record is, and they only have 2 games left. Right.
Absolutely.
U of R,
it's any given Saturday.
But it's senior day, military appreciation day on November 4th. Against Rochester.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't overlook them, right? And that's going to be very important, and I'm sure that's going to be ingrained into their minds as they head into next week's game. And then, of course, the Dutchman Shoes game, everyone's favorite, November 11th, 12 o'clock in Schenectady. Very well could be for the Liberty League Championship. And, of course, you can hear both those games here on 91.5 FM WRPI here in Troy. We're going to take a quick break, Joe, and be back with our second period in just a moment. Your score, once again, is Union 1 and RPI nothing. You're listening to RPI Hockey on 91.5 FM WRPI Troy.
And remember, as part of Black Saturday Jersey tradition, the women's lacrosse team is selling tickets in the field house to win a black jersey. Tickets are $5 each or $5 for $20. Deposit your tickets into the bucket of the player unit of your choice. At the raffle table located at sections 2 and 21. The raffle ends at the second intermission. The winners will be announced at the start of the third period. Winners have their photo taken with their new jersey and the player who wears that number at center ice following tonight's game.
set for period number 2. 1-0 Union as the teams head back out onto the ice. Any stats stick out for you, Joe?
Not too many. Scarfo's got 2 shots. Brennan Taylor's got 2 shots, but nothing too dramatic.
All right. 1:12 left of power play time for Union to start off the second period. As we get ready to go here, Jacob Hayhurst still in the box. Engineers not lucky to be only down 1, but the Union had a couple of other opportunities to add to it. But on their side of things, RPI with a couple of chances that didn't even result in shots. So you have that on the other side as well.
Yeah, the Engineers seemed to carry play at the beginning of the game, but the Dutchmen have pushed back since, and they lead in the shots category, and they definitely look like the better team out there right now. So hopefully the Engineers respond and kill off this penalty. It's a minute 12 left on this penalty.
Engineers were 11-9 winning faceoffs, so that a positive from the first. Something they've done a better job of so far this year as they dump it in quickly. Short-handed now in the offensive zone is Jake Morello. He's trying to waste some time. It'll be played around behind the goal, and Union takes over there as it'll be played up the near wall by Coleus. Coleus drops it back. Given away by Vidmar. He took his eye off the puck and gave it right to Morello, who is already in dump-in mode and backing up, so no real chance for him to break the other way anyway. He'll just dump it and go off on a change here. 38 seconds to go on the power play for Union to start the period as they break in far side. Sapinski stick handling, ringing it in, wrapping around to the near point. Coleus, he'll shoot it right back in, although it's picked off by Tommy Grant and cleared down.
Again, the Engineers doing a good job to meet the Dutchmen at the blue line.
Right behind the goal is Vas Coleus, the sophomore from Schaumburg, Illinois, suburb of Chicago, as it's Walker dumping in. Wrapping to the near point, Brassard. Firing, and it's blocked there by York out to center. Out of the box is Hayhurst, and the Engineers are 2 for 2 on the kill. York stick handling into the zone, avoids a check. Centering pass right out in front, and putting it wide is Liljegren. Another shot hits a skate, and now a shot by York, who then throws a slash into Campolito. Puck back into the Engineers' end. Liljegren to play. Back for Will Riley, the sophomore from Toronto, Ontario. 2 goals and an assist for 3 points on the season. Here's Whiffen into the zone. Stood up there in the corner. And now Polino twisting and turning, looking for a passing lane. Finds Whiffen. He lost the puck, stick handling. It'll be picked up here by Walker, or Adams rather. To center where Liljegren dumps it back in. Engineers want to change with Polino, the lone man, into the offensive zone. Now Hayhurst off the near wall. Shooting it back in. Polino picks up his stick behind the goal and finds the puck as well. Polino back to the point. Manley, near point Harris. He'll flick it on goal, deflected off a stick and up over the top. And we get a stoppage face-off coming in the Union zone, but good offensive zone possession time here for RPI early in the second period, but still Union with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, and good back checking there by Victor Liljegren, picking up his man that was streaking down the near boards. Intercepted that puck, the pass that was meant for his man, and sent it right back in to get the Engineers more offensive zone time.
Face-off coming. In the Union end. One back here. Riley pulls it back, finds Tyrannese. Shooting high, gloved by Hansen anyway. That was a good 2 or 3 feet over the net, but Hansen stuck that big left paw up there and snared it.
Yeah, it looked like definitely going to go over the net. Engineers were waiting back. Looked like they were going to go diving back there to try and get a puck out front.
Face-off coming, same spot near side of the RPI, or the Union zone rather. Richards to take the draw up against Taylor, or Sapinski, I beg your pardon. Worked up the wall and in deep to the far corner. Played around behind. Tyrannese got knocked down, tied up a bit there by Newhouse, and his Union out to center. Loose puck, neutral zone at the blue line. Will be fed along and gathered in again by Rinaldi. Richards had his stick tied up. Puck goes back into the RPI zone. Chase Perry out of his net to play. He'll shoot it near side. Sapinski stops it there. He takes a hit from Richards. And it's finally popped out to Tyrannese, who will skate it far side. On further, Morello trying to shield the puck away from Campbell. They do get it in deep. Richards leans on his man, finds the puck, and plays it out to the point. Prapavesis couldn't quite corral it. There's a pass in the air from Richards, and not an easy one to handle. Engineers dump it in. It wraps around to the near wall for Campbell. And he gives it right away to Jerry. At the near wall, centering pass. Now Burgess trying to scrape it through some sticks. Couldn't keep it alive. Back out to center. It goes where Grant shoots it back in for RPI. Stopped behind the net by Hansen. Some pressure comes from Jerry. At the near point, Prapavesis trying to backhand it up the wall. It's broken up and shot back the other way. This could be icing on Union, and it will be as Grant wins the race. And we get another stoppage. But again, most of this period so far, just 3:37 of it, 3:47 of it has been played primarily in Union zone.
Yeah, and freshman Troy York doing a great job. He had the first play where he dove to get the puck to center ice, and then on that last one had a great vision to get the puck to Burgess, just unable to make a move around the defenseman.
Face-off coming, and I say all that offensive zone time for RPI. They have yet to register a shot in the period. Neither is Union, for that matter. Puck won back by the Dutchman. It's Campbell shooting it around far side to the point. Manley fires it off a stick. He's kind of shooting, but also just kind of trying to keep it in the zone, and doing so to deflect it off a Union stick up into the netting. We'll have another face-off in the Union end.
Yeah, Engineers doing a great job again to keep the puck in their own zone, trying to get one through.
Face-off coming here. Dutchmen win it, fire it around. Waiting for it is Parker Fu to center ice. Big hit thrown there by York. And now here comes Liljegren walking in. A shot and a save by Hansen. Pops free to the far wall. First one to it is York. Centering pass right on in front, and a glove save made by Hansen.
York again with great vision there, going behind the net, backhands it out.
Whiffin with a drive there, yeah. What a chance there.
Really impressive play by the freshman Troy York from Plano, Texas.
Draw coming in the Union zone. One back to the point by the Engineers. Riley shoots it off the glass and in deep. Meyer one-hands it around to the near point, where Wilson is pinching to keep it below the goal line. Fed up the far side by Light. Chopped to the point. Orval fanned on the chance to keep it in. Now chopping at it was Wilson, but the Dutchmen keep it alive. Centering pass off the skate of Newhouse, who was jumping into the attack there along the near boards and couldn't quite corral it. Bouncing puck goes behind the goal to the far side. Helped up the wall by Riley. Gloved at, knocked down, moved out of the zone by Hayhurst, and now RPI can break 3-on-2. Across for Polino, in, a shot and a blocker save made. Back comes Meyer the other way. He can't quite corral it as it's shot back by Prapavesis, but right onto the tape of Light. Light into the RPI zone, and fighting it off is Perry to the near side corner. Behind the goal, Prapavesis double team. Worked up the wall for Orval. He tried to clear. Pops off the stick of Light, who stick handles wildly into the neutral zone. He'll go back and pick it up in his own end. Sapinski off Coleus' skate. He gets dumped there by Richards. Engineers winning the hits battle. I don't have the numbers on it, but just feels that way. Sapinski. Shot was blocked by Prapavesis, whose stick is now tied up over his head. Puck now in the far corner. Rinaldi for Sapinski. Tyrannese has a stick between the legs of Rinaldi. Has to be careful there as he gets it out. Played far side corner. RPI zone still. Rinaldi. Sapinski into the slot. Poke free. Orval knocks it away. Man breaking. It was Tyrannese, but it's Richards shooting it off the boards, and he runs into the linesman. Richards took a hand up high. Big hit behind the goal. Breaks it up. Shot by Manley is blocked. Tyrannese created that play with the hit, and then the drop pass to the point as Manley was flying into the zone, but his shot never got to Hansen. Engineers really throwing their body around here tonight as it's intercepted there at center ice by Campolito. Trying to walk right in, and it was Brendan Taylor who lost it trying to get to the goal. Now Harris backhands into the slot wildly. Oh no, he nearly threw it. He did throw it onto Taylor's stick, who just put it wide. Played far side now. Trying to throw a hit was Morello. Was he spun to the ice? Yes, he was. And they're going to get a Malephone for a penalty, and RPI will go on its first power play.
Yeah, and even though the Engineers seemed hemmed in at their own zone for a bit there, the last couple minutes, last couple seconds or so, Tommy Grant doing a nice job to guard the slot, keeping his stick right out front, forcing no chances there for the Dutchman.
Tossing out t-shirts and prizes to the fans here on Blackout Night. First home game of the year comes after 5 road games for RPI. Interference on a Malephone brings RPI its first power play. The Engineers on the year, 17.4%. But again, it's Union shorthanded. Scarfo a shot and a mask save by Perry. Quasi 2-on-1 there for the Dutchman. Remember, they scored a shorthanded goal last night, and it was Sapinski. Near side, Engineers in. Liljegren, slot shot, saved by Hansen right on. He'll hold on to it, and we'll have another stoppage. You are listening to live coverage of RPI hockey on 91.5 FM, WRPI Troy. Perry Lascaris, Joe Pisacano from the Houston Fieldhouse. In a wild sellout crowd here between the Dutchman and the Engineers, with Union leading 1-0. Shots have picked up over the last few minutes, 13-7 Union.
And the Engineers have to be careful here on this power play. As you mentioned several times, Union scored shorthanded last night.
Draw here. Richards trying to tie up his man on the dot. It'll be played to the near corner where they will scrap for it. Puck loose between some legs. Chance to clear for the Dutchman. Glove down by Riley. That'll be a hand pass very clearly on RPI. They'll send the faceoff outside the zone. 1:17 to go on the Malephone penalty. RPI's first power play of the evening, trailing by a goal here.
Yeah, the Dutchman doing a good job on this kill, just wasting a lot of time holding the puck along the boards. Engineers have to get those pucks out, get them into open ice.
Face off center ice. Played by Parker Fu. Dances to the near circle, the RPI zone. Tight angle shot and a save by Perry. And now it's Fu behind the RPI goal. Pinned the puck against the wall. He gets roughed up a bit by a couple Engineers, but it's Richards now carrying to center ice. John Richards on the move. 3 assists so far in 3 games for the freshman. He'll stop in the corner and try to leave it there. Glove down on the clearing effort by Riley. Gives it back up the boards. There's a 50-50 puck. Richards goes down. Or Hayhurst goes down, rather. Fans wanted another penalty, not going to get it. Riley chipping into the far corner now. First one to it, Brassard. Behind for Walker. He'll try to clear near side, kept in by Tyranese. Far side, 33 seconds to go in the power play. Evan Tyranese, near point for Riley. He'll hold. Down low. Back to Riley. They plays catch now with Orvald. Drop pass into the slot, broken up by Scarfo. He has a chance to clear and will. One more rush here for the RPI power play, as it's played along for Paulino near side from Riley. Paulino in, stick handling. He gets knocked down at the blue line. Penalty coming up here. Is it going to be an elbow?
I'm not sure.
No, it's going to be a trip. I thought it was a...
Oh, it's a clean.
So did I. I thought it was a clean hit from Light. It might not be Light going off, too. None of the Dutchmen are owning up to this, and it wasn't Light, so it wasn't the hit we saw, Joe.
Okay, so it's
gonna be Parker Fu.
Parker Fu, brother of Spencer Fu.
Right.
Of course, now playing with the Calgary Flames.
That's exactly right.
And Engineers, they need to get more. They need to get more chances on this power play. Unable to really set up except for those last couple seconds, and need to do a better job on the second penalty.
Well, they're going to have 2 seconds of 5-on-3, which doesn't mean a whole lot except for the face-offs in the offensive zone, so if they can get a quick chance. Not saying they'll score on it, but they have the significant numbers up advantage for a moment. That's over as the Union Dutchmen win the draw and shoot it down. So back-to-back power plays nonetheless for RPI, as Chase Perry will stop it with his skate behind the goal and leave it for Prapravesis. Riley fed far side all the way through. Stick handling through center. It was Burgess back for Prapavesis, and now far side. Too hot to handle for Orval. Light to pick it up there. Played around behind for Campbell. He'll try to slap it out. Riley can't keep it alive as it's fed all the way down. Perry. Near side, he'll leave it off for Riley. 10:50 to go, second period. 1-0 Union leads. Engineers in the midst of their second of back-to-back power plays, their first 2 of the night. And now another chance for Union to clear. They get it as far as center, where it's knocked down by Wilson. He'll try to move it in quickly. RPI will change its power play unit. So Wilson dumping it in won't matter much. There's no one there to go track it down as Union shoots it down quickly. Wilson up the boards, too far for, or too tough for Liljegren to handle. Now offside is the call here. And mercifully we'll have a whistle here.
Yeah, Engineers not setting up. The passes, they have to be tape to tape, especially on the power play. And that's really why the Engineers have not been able to get into the zone cleanly with 55 seconds left here on the second penalty.
Face off here, won by the Dutchman at center ice. It'll be shot back in. Now Perry has to deal with a Zamboni door bounce, although there's no one around to take advantage for Union. Tyranny is to center. Thought he was passing it, but he takes it himself into the far corner. Still Tyranny firing into the middle, only Sapinski there. And he'll skate back the other way. Chance for a 3-on-2. Good back check by Liljegren, makes it a 3-on-3. Still shorthanded are the Dutchmen with another 29 seconds. It's Vidmar in the corner. They'll play it back out to center and rag the puck a bit here. Light across for Brassard, and there's a collision in the far side of the RPI zone. Dutchmen are offside. And again a whistle. 14 to go on the RPI power play. And it'll send the draw where? Intentional offside they're calling on Union, which is only a big call here because it sends the face-off all the way back into the Union end when it would have been in a neutral zone. And RPI is on a power play.
Yeah, 14 seconds left on that power play, which, again, they haven't really been able to get much set up.
Face-off in the Union zone. Shots are 14-7 Dutchmen. 9:42 to go in the second. It's 1-0 Union, and again they win a defensive zone draw. Fed out to center ice. Played by the Engineers right back in. Campbell the first one to it. Penalty about to expire. Good forecheck by Richards breaks things up. He continues to fight for it. Played around to the far side. Out of the box is Fu. Engineers 0 for 2 on the power play. Now both teams 0 for 2. Fu falls down far side of the zone. Union had numbers, but it won't matter anymore as RPI is back in defensive position, and it's Morello picks up the puck. Shot near side, waiting for it. Richards just barely got to him, and now it's carried in by Whiffen. Whiffen near side wall, moving in, shielding the puck away from the much smaller Newhouse. Now Harris lining up a shot save. Rebound, they score! Jake Morello slapped home the rebound, and RPI has tied it at 1.
Yeah, and watching that power play, it was getting kind of infuriating because they weren't getting shots that were forcing rebounds. They would skate into the zone and just shoot it on net, but Matt Harris doing a nice job of forcing a puck on net that allowed for a rebound shot from Jake Morello. And another thing that set that play up was Brady Whiffen doing a great job to shield the puck as he came into the zone, and sort of just pushing down the smaller defenseman that was trying to, Ben Newhouse, the smaller defenseman that was trying to check him off the puck. Newhouse 5'9", 165, Whiffen 6'3", 205. So great job of Whiffen to take advantage of his size and get that puck out to Harris.
It will be Morello's third career goal if they confirm it via replay. They're going under the hood to look at it.
So this is really a momentum shift if this goes in. With 8:56, a little halfway through the game right now, Engineers would tie it up.
So while they review this, Joe will take a look at what's coming up for RPI, WRPI, the schedule. Engineers mentioned the Rochester game, excuse me. Good goal. Very briefly the schedule. RPI in action next week on football's home against Rochester at 12:05, and the hockey team heads to the North Country for games against Clarkson and St. Lawrence.
The annual North Country trip.
Absolutely. RPI women's soccer is headed to St. Lawrence for a Liberty League playoff game on Tuesday. So some North Country trips going on.
I believe they won today as well, women's soccer.
Yep, 2-0 over Clarkson here on senior day. So looking to turn things around. A little bit of a tough stretch to the RPI women's soccer team middle of the season, but a big win today. Back to action here. Played behind the goal. Harris with his first collegiate point on the assist there. Taking that shot. Now a chance to move to center. 2-on-1 opportunity. Hairston trying to slide it across. Still a chance! Oh, and he put it wide. An opportunity there. Now a break the other way. Grant helping it behind the goal. He's being nagged on there a bit by Adams. And a puck kept in at the point, however, by Campolino. Worked down low. Great opportunity for the Engineers to try and take the lead there, as it's played behind. Grant lobbing, knocked down by Campolino in the slot. Campolino, a shot put wide. Nearly another bad giveaway there. Well, it was a bad giveaway. Grant threw it right to Campolino, who had that shot in the slot, but he missed the net. Meyer to the point, Coleus. Far side, Campbell. That pass ate him up a little bit. But he was able to get a shot off anyway, went wide. Morgan looking for the backdoor play. Broken up by Grant, lobbing to center, waiting for it, Paulino. A little too much hang time on that pass. Back into the zone, shot coming Broussard, high and wide. Walker rather to center. Orval trying to poke it on further. Turned back around by the Dutchman. Engineers trying to make a partial change. Dutchman get it in deep. Brendan Walker round to the near side in Malephone. To the point, Coleus. Shot wide of goal off the glass. Caroms around to the far side corner. Spinning puck. Wilson puts Malephone into the wall. And it's played around back to the near side for Burgess. Connects quickly to Stout. Stout on the move, trying to put it through the legs of his man. It was good defense by Campbell to just stand him up there. Wrapped around to the near side, pinching in Riley. Played all the way down the ice. It was deflected, so no icing. Wilson picks it up. Has a man up the wall. It's Burgess trying to catch the Dutchman changing, although they get back quickly as Light goes back to grab it. 1-1 the score, 6:45 to go second period. Jake Morello, his first of the year, has tied things at 1 here in the second. Wrapped up Riley. Down low they go. Spinning with it, Walker in the near corner for Union. Back to the point, shot coming from Light. It was blocked. Foo, a pad save by Perry. What a stop. And now Richards wants to skate. Well, he's tied up with Light, who wins the puck battle and shoots it back in. Big time right pad save by Chase Perry, keeping this one at 1-1. Parker Fu now down low, wrapped up by Jerry, takes him down, although not enough for a penalty. And it's picked up by the Engineers. Jerry off the glass to center, past Broussard, and all the way down. Will this be icing? Good speed by Campolito to beat Morello. We get a stoppage. 5:59 to go, second period. The Engineers have pulled even here, Joe.
Yeah, but the Union Dutchmen are pushing back strong after that goal was allowed. It seems like ever since that goal, the puck's been in the RPI zone, but Perry doing a great job. He's following the puck well, especially on that last save, stretching out with the right pad.
Face off in the RPI zone. One back, a drive from Vidmar. It hit a body in front, never got to Perry. Trickling to the far corner. They'll bottle up Vidmar there. Gets free to the point. Broussard, a wrister. That one goes wide. Campolito high and wide. That'll ride the dasher all the way to the far point, but Broussard keeps it in again. Backhanding it down low for Vidmar. Hops off the Zamboni opening. And that'll benefit the Engineers this time as Riley will try to clear. Kept in again. And Broussard on his backhand keeps it alive. And that one will hop out of play, and we get a stoppage here. And they'll say it last touched by Broussard. Faceoff will come outside the zone. Yeah. 5:28, excuse me, on the clock in this second period. 1-1 RPI and Union.
The aforementioned Broussard actually doing a great job. I just, from the last couple seconds there, had 2 pucks that could have squeaked out of the zone, but he jammed them up against the sideboard and pushed them right back in, allowing for more zone time for the Dutchman.
They will fix the ice here with 5:28 left in the period, and I saw the penalty box door open, but that was just to get some more gear out.
Yeah, and
to clear some ice.
Game's starting to quicken up here in the second period. Better passing by the Engineers is allowing them to have better chances. Even after that first goal, Hayhurst had a great chance. Hayhurst and Polino both connecting on passes in the neutral zone that allowed them to get a 2-on-1 chance right up at the net. So the lines are starting to gel a little bit here in the second period for both sides.
Out of town scores. Yale leads Brown 2-1 in Providence. Cornell leading Alabama Huntsville 2-0 in Ithaca. No score in Minneapolis between Clarkson and Minnesota. They are in the first period, and St. Lawrence is at Wisconsin tonight. So a couple of ECAC hockey teams in the Midwest back to my old stomping grounds. Mariucci Arena. Dumped in, that would be Clarkson. Cole Center for St. Lawrence, of course, and Madison. Bouncing puck, flipped back into the RPI zone, played by Perry. Now Grant, indirect off the end wall for his defensive partner. This time it's Wilson. He'll chip it high in the air, looking for the home run ball for York. Takes a shot and a save there. That was Troy York with an opportunity and a left toe save from Hansen. Engineers haven't led this weekend, looking to try and find a goal that would give them that. Shot off the boot of Liljegren by a teammate. It'll be gloved down by Prapavesis in neutral ice and flipped in deep. Hansen to stop it there. Campbell far side, right through Rinaldi, or Scarfo rather, and all the way down. They wave off the icing, however. Prapavesis, near side of his own zone, connects to center, but Morello couldn't quite handle it. Back come the Dutchman. Walker in the air to center. Back to pick it up is Light. Here's Connor Light, stick handling in the RPI zone. Still Light, all the way to the net front. And a penalty coming up as Light drove in and drew a tripping call. He just kept on trucking there, not the speed, obviously, from Light at 6'5", 215, but he kept those long legs moving and drew a penalty.
Yeah, moved all the way in from the far side of the ice, right in on net. Prapavesis seemed to be caught off guard, and as a result took a tripping penalty.
Draw here to the left of Perry. Third power play chance here.
Engineers 2 for 2 on the kill so far.
Yep, absolutely. Colliers, stick handling along the blue line, hands it off. Sapinski to the near side. Up top, Colliers again. Rinaldi at the near half wall. Down low, Colliers, or Vidmar rather. Kicking at it at the far boards, and it's Tyrannese who forces it out to center. Rinaldi will gather here. Watched by Tyrannese. Couple of whacks from Tyrannese, neutral ice, and Union will back up in their own zone. Sapinski, far side, now Rinaldi finally in. Drops it at the wall, Tyrannese to clear. Gets some help from Polino. Polino wants to break shorthanded. All by himself in the zone, he'll turn back towards center, then turn around and dump it in. Minute 6 to go on the Union power play. 3:10 left in the second period. 1-1 game, RPI and the Dutchman here. First home game of the season here at the Houston Fieldhouse for RPI men's hockey. Flipped along and gloved by Perry. Easy save. He'll hold on to it there.
Again, the engineer penalty kill doing a great job. Only 51 seconds left on the kill for them, and really doing a good job to keep the Dutchmen out of the zone, and when they're in the zone, bottling them up in the corners and clearing the puck.
Face off here to the left to Chase Perry. Played around behind to the near side. A jam try in front, save made, rebound! Shot into the crowd. Wide open in front. Is that Meyer? An opportunity for Union by the wayside as Chase Perry spread eagle in the crease to deny a scoring chance in front.
Great job jamming his skate up against the post.
Scarfo with a chance all alone, and the rebound was put high and wide by Fu. He actually shot it into the crowd. Kosak across. Fed down low by Broussard. Scarfo back to Broussard. Near side Kosak. Thought about a shot. Letting it run down low was Meyer. And it'll be picked up on the far side by Broussard. Watched by Morello. Working it down low. Hop off the door. Covered by Perry. As it came off that, it's the third time now we've had it. When the puck hugs the wall right into that Zamboni door, it'll pop off in any which way. And that time it rolled off the door opening right to the side of the net. But Perry's played down at that end of the ice enough times to realize that and was able to cover it up.
Yeah, it's a home field advantage or a home field disadvantage.
Still 1-1. Union on the power play for another 20 seconds. Their third power play chance. RPI is 0 for 2 so far in the man advantage. Shots are 7-7 here in the period. 17-10 Union overall. Kosak had it poked away by Morello. And he gets some help from Whiffen. Trying to give it to him. Shoots it all the way down, but it doesn't matter. The Engineers still shorthanded, so no icing. Kozak, far side. Connects here to Scarfo. And now Scarfo into the zone. Scarfo trying to drive the net. Good poke check by Manley. It'll be played around far side. Penalty coming up here on Union. Engineers breaking anyway to center ice. Penalties over. Back to even. And Engineers still on the attack. Polino, he gets hit. And we get a whistle. Coley has touched the puck. 1:45 to go in the second. And a glorious opportunity for RPI to try and take its first lead of the weekend. Here on the power play, their third.
Yeah, it's a real momentum shift here coming up for the Engineers if they can score on this power play. And it's going to be goaltender interference on Scarfo after he came across the crease. Good defense there by Manley to sort of push him off the puck. Still went right into Perry.
Face off here. Troy York to take it for RPI. The penalties on Scarfo for goaltender interference. And it's York to win the draw against Walker. Now Tierney's top of the circle, holding, waiting. Minute 34 to go in the second. All the way across, and a dangerous pass, and now a chance for Union to break 2-on-1 shorthanded. Into the zone, Taylor trying to give it back, and it was broken up. And now RPI with numbers. And now Tierney's tried to break in. He's offside, and now Union a chance to go the other way. Walking in, Sapinski shorthanded. Penalty coming up. Sapinski wants a penalty shot, and he's going to get just a hooking for his troubles. As that power play had a lot of excitement, but for the Engineers at the wrong end of the ice.
Yeah, trying to go for the home run ball. Both times allowing for chances for the Dutchman shorthanded. But I think it was a good penalty to take that for Riley, as Sapinski had a pretty good chance at the net.
Right.
Skated right in at center ice.
Sapinski, like he did earlier in the first period, he tried to make a move in the end, never actually got the shot off. This time he was hooked. So 4-on-4 for the rest of the period, plus a little more. 1:07 left in it. Campolito, far side. Broussard dumps it into an open corner. Manley will pick it up and skate up the near boards. Charlie Manley on the move. Sophomore from Orchard Park, New York. Taking over here near side, Hayhurst. Hayhurst walking around the net. Still Hayhurst. All the way around to the slot. To the top of the near circle. A wrister was headed wide and gloved anyway by Hansen. 45 seconds remaining in the second. It's a 1-1 game. We're playing 4-on-4, so a little bit for the smaller, speedier skaters to work, a little more room.
Yeah, Hayhurst was flew around the entire offensive zone before taking that shot.
Drawing things up. Engineers win the draw, but something went wrong. And we'll do it again. Face-off coming. Union zone, played by Prapavesis at the near point. He'll work it up the boards. Given back by Burgess, now Prapavesis into the slot. Still Prapavesis stick handling, spins around at the blue line. Prapavesis still 27 to go in the period. Works it down low. Turning with it there is Whiffen. Whiffen back to Prapavesis. Prapavesis waiting into the slot. Burgess turning and shooting. Kicked in! It came off a Whiffen's skate and into the net. And they're definitely going to look at it, but it's 2-1.
Yeah. So they're going to have to look to see if it was a kicking motion from Whiffen, but good job by Burgess just throwing the puck at the net. I mean, that's how the puck gets in. But I love the give and go I'm seeing from between Prapavesis and Burgess.
My initial thought was that he kicked it, but that could just be him angling his skate.
Yeah, the way he looked at it.
It's awful close.
I saw the look on his face as he was skating by the bench, and he was kind of laughing, maybe thinking it was accidental. Just.
I know he was trying to get his skate on it because his stick was out of commission. It was up in the air. They called it a goal, which is odd. A lot of times they won't. If they think it's a kicking motion, they'll immediately wave it off. The referee's initial thought was goal. So in that case.
So our second goal under review here tonight.
Right, it is under review, exactly. And my initial thought was kicked in, but and the fans have some added. There's an added bonus if this goal counts because there's free food for the
Final
fans.
minute of the
Right,
period,
exactly.
so we want tacos is the chant.
Yeah. Well, in that case, you have to be, if you're any kind of decent human, you're rooting for the students to get some free food, right? That's what college is all about.
Right.
They're looking at this, and it might be a while.
Yeah, again, this will be a great way to go into the period for the Engineers. Yeah. Even leading up to that play, though, it was great puck movement by the Engineers. Prapavesis and Burgess were playing catch at the corner of the blue line. It could have squeaked out several times, but good chemistry between those two, forcing that chance on net.
Yeah, so this is a long look, and the only saving grace for RPI here is that I don't think Whiffen saw the puck come towards him. He wasn't facing the right way. And I know
that's why I think he was laughing.
He had an idea where the puck was, and he threw his skate out in a way that suggested he knew where it was headed. But unless there's a distinct kicking motion, and that's going to be the sticking point here, if this is a goal. And so they're going to keep looking at this. If it stands, it'll be a goal for Brady Whiffen. It'll be his second of the year. The shot came from Burgess from the wall.
And that would be Burgess's 5th assist of the year.
This is one of the longer reviews we've had in the last couple of years. Looking at this for a long time, and everyone's getting a little bit.
Yeah, Fieldhouse you can feel the anxiety.
Well, yeah, I don't know if they're anxious. It's only the second period. It's not like this is not a game-ending goal, right?
No, but it would be a definite momentum shift.
Yeah, so it would be, and I think that's why it's not. People aren't as on edge. I think they're just waiting to go to the bathroom or whatever they're going to do between periods. They might as well go, right?
Yeah, I mean. You'll hear the crowds yell. You'll hear the crowd yell if it is a good goal, or you'll hear the boos if it's not a good goal.
Right. It's yeah. We're 4 on 4. It's a good goal. How about that? Not a kicking motion. That was the deal.
Yeah,
you're right.
Not a kicking motion. And I definitely think that him not facing the net definitely helped his case. So the Engineers take their first lead of the game off of Todd Burgess's 5th assist and Brady Whiffin's 2nd goal
That's
of
a double,
the season.
yeah, double whammy for the fans. Not only they have the lead, their team has the lead, most of them. There's some Union fans here. But they've won the prize. They coveted the final minute goal prize for some.
So the fans will get their tacos.
They get everything.
And Whiffen will get his goal. And the Engineers will take the lead.
Fired wide as we're back to action here. Wow. A shot and a glove save here by Coley. Union taking little time to try and jump on the attack and tie this game in the final 20-some seconds. I looked up and they dropped the puck and they're playing again.
Seems every time the Engineers get a goal, the Dutchmen push right back twice as strong. Not giving up, trying to get that game-tying goal. 5 seconds left here in the period. Dutchmen will have an offensive zone draw.
Face off in the RPI end. 5.1 seconds to go in the period. Shot coming in, a save by Perry into the near corner. 1 second wide on the centering pass. And so the Engineers, who had that power play, as there's some pushing and shoving late, as there often is, they're telling Sapinski to go back to his bench, which is where he should go. Everyone should go back to their benches at the end of a period. That is the protocol. Vidmar 2. Everyone go back to your bench. Shots through 2, 2011, but RPI, 2011 Union, but RPI has the 2-1 lead. They don't score a power play goal due to the fact that they took that penalty while on the power play. Will Riley denying Sapinski of a shorthanded breakaway, but then they go and score 4-on-4. So not a special teams goal for RPI, but they did get that late goal in the final 2 minutes that they were looking for to take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, Engineers doing a good job here as they take the lead, their first lead of the game. And we'll take a break here.
Absolutely, we'll take a quick break and be back with our second intermission. Your score after 2 is RPI 2 and Union 1. You're listening to RPI Hockey on 91.5 FM, WRPI Troy.
Shot has to go through the hole in the center of the shooting board in front of the net. He gets it. He gets a 1-year lease on a beautiful Honda board. You see coming out on the ice now, courtesy of Winslow Honda, who's extremely control. Anytime you're ready. Go ahead, man. Nice try, man. You got another chance to put it through the board for $25. The final shot over the net for RPI. Yes, so this line back. Until the next round of applause for Maxwell and Timothy. For tonight's Winslow Honda Home Shooting Competition. Winslow Honda 770, who's in road control. Winslow Honda, simply better. Okay, fans, it's time for the Ryan's Wing Chuck a Puck contest. If you bought a puck, come on down next to the board to get ready. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, jump your pucks. Just 2 minutes left to purchase your raffle tickets for the black jerseys, which we'll give away during the third period. $5 for one or 5 for $20. Put the ticket in the bucket of the player of your choice.
take the lead in the final minute at 14.7 seconds left in the period. And Todd Burgess getting his 10th assist of the year. Second goal. Engineers, of course, got their goal. Skateboard.
West Point, it's RAT 1, Army West Point 1. RPI Hockey would like to thank Rensselaer Alumni Association, 9 more companies, Patterson, Sampson, Ginsburg, and Griffin Law Firm, Bellini's Counter, Sodexo, CNS Companies, the Hilton Garden Inn in Troy, National Grid Foundation, Turner Construction, the Desmond Hotel, the Recovery Sports Grill, E. Stewart, Jones, Hecker, and Murphy, Stanley Steamer, Stewart Shops, BSN Sports, Jay Clark, Rensselaer Honda, Dryhoppers, Repeat Business Systems, CDTA, H2M Architects and Engineers, and Wolf's Grid Art in Troy.
I'm Mike Alphonsus, and I'm confident. Welcome to Black Riders of the Union. It's great to see all of you tonight. Enjoy the game and let's go ahead.
Hi, I'm Mary, and I am welcoming all of our players here at my Stewart Shop. Every day is a good day when I start a pumpkin-spice hot or here with an apple cider donut, iced apple wine, or pumpkin cheesecake muffin. And everyone is talking about Philly's appetite and pumpkin pie ice cream. Two delicious, limited edition flavors I know will savor every bite. You don't have to go far to enjoy flavors of the tea.
Award-winning chili, all of the bone ribs, hand-cut steaks, and 10% off the New York RPI Star Force Food ID. Legendary deals like this only found at Texas Roadhouse. 105 Oak Road in Colony. Come on down and dine with us.
Engineers leading at 2-1. Peerless Garris, Joe Piscicano here at 91.5 FM, WRPI Troy. Shots through 2, 20-11 Union. Faceoffs 25-20 Dutchman. So they've kind of turned the tables there. But at the same time, RPI has flipped the script in the scoring department. So Engineers won't be too disappointed about that. Both teams over 3 on the power play. Union with 4 power play shots. RPI with just 1 shot on the man advantage. They've had a couple of real short power plays, which have added to that. On top of other things, Union will have a little bit of power play time coming up in a little bit. We're going to play 4-on-4 for a little less than a minute here before Union will go on that power play.
A couple stats to look at. Victor Logegren leads the Engineers with 3 shots. And Ryan Scarpo leads the Dutchman with 3, tied with Brendan Taylor, who also has 3.
RPI will be skating from right to left as we begin period number 3. Black Friday, the tradition. Black Friday, the original tradition. Now it's blackout. It was Black Saturday for a time being. Even had a Black Tuesday in there. Basically, whenever the Engineers had their first home game, they had black jerseys, and they auctioned. They originally were auctioned off and raffled off. Now they're just raffled off. That's been the change there. As we are underway in the third, Cole Meyer knocks down a loose puck at center, helping it up the boards. Morello in there as well. Pops free to neutral ice. Now Morello trying to jump on it. Good hustle from Morello, but it's the Dutchmen who take over and play it back behind.
Dutchmen now on the power play.
Yep, power play for 26 seconds. As it's played behind the cage. And now moved out to center. Engineers are 9-3-2 on Black Friday. They were undefeated in the first 8 games of the tradition, which started back in 2003. And it's played all the way down. This is the fourth time in a row that RPI has faced Union on Black Friday. Last time RPI didn't open the league schedule at home against Union, it was against Harvard in 2013. RPI tied that game.
And whistle here.
Yeah. I couldn't quite tell you what for.
I think it's going to be, they're calling an icing because it's going to be an offensive zone draw for the.
Riley's still in the box.
But
there's no time left on the penalty clock, right? They're going to talk about it. They're calling icing, I think, because Riley should have been out of the box and he wasn't. I don't know. I'm just speculating here. Now Coach Smith's going to get an explanation. There's no time left on the penalty clock, so Riley should be out of the box, yes?
Yeah, I guess they were clearing as the penalty expired, and so that makes it an icing, but now Riley's out of the box.
That means that the Engineers aren't shorthanded anymore. If they called an icing, then the Engineers need 5 skaters out there. That's the long and short of it, right?
Yes. That makes sense to me.
19:10 to go, third period. We're just underway in the third.
The Engineers will change, and they have 5 skaters. And they added 3 seconds to the clock.
All right. So 5-on-5 hockey. Union's 0 for 4 on the power play. As it's worked out to center and all the way down. And we get another whistle.
That will be an icing.
That's an icing. But we're very clearly 5-on-5 now. So we're okay with that.
Yes. John Richards there giving his all, trying to break out to call off the icing, but not quick enough.
Face off to the left of Chase Perry. 2-1 RPI leads early third period. Engineers win the draw here. Mike Prapavesis trying to work it up the wall. Kept in by Union. Down low, wrapped up down there is Jack Adams. With Meyer, had it in his skates, and now it's going to be Adams again. Decent size on this line with Meyer and Adams, and it's finally cleared to center ice. Backing up in his own zone before falling down was the freshman Campolito. Worked up the board, Scarfo in, walking in, a shot in the glove saved by Perry. Flashing the leather there. As Scarfo, one of the more dangerous Dutchmen, already has a goal tonight. His 4th of the season, looking for number 5. He was denied.
Yeah, good gap control there by Charlie Manley, closing in, allowing Perry to have a clean look at the puck as it released from the stick.
Wilson wrapping around for Orval. And he'll tip it out of the zone. All the way down it goes. Coleus being pressured there by Polino, forces the turnover. And Orval tried to center it. That was broken up, and now it's out to center ice. Chopped far side, neutral zone. With speed comes Taylor in. Trying to drop past, and Malaphone couldn't handle it. Back come the Engineers. Hayhurst on the move. Stops at the point. Feeds it off the end wall. First one to it, Campbell. Up the near boards. Wilson, a shot, hit his own man. Hit Orval right in the shin pad. And it'll be lobbed back the other way by Union. That one will leave play. The puck's still on the ice. Or is it? No, it's gone. 17:44 to go in the third.
That last rush there was all started by a poke check by Will Riley, who initially decided not to go into the neutral zone to pressure the puck. Instead, just skated back, poked it out, and let the Engineers rush up the ice for that chance.
And their glove save on a shot from center will be held on to by Perry again. Well, we play on here, no offside is the call. Do we get a stoppage?
Yeah, Engineers holding up the Dutchman at their own blue line. Both sides will change.
Neutralized draw. Shot in by Union. Wrapping around. Kept in by Vidmar. Although he's bottled up right at the half boards by Grant. Whiffen trying to play it back. Gave it away. Trying to walk it out in front. Shot by Broussard was blocked. And it's cleared to center ice. All the way down it goes. Kept in by Whiffen on the clearing effort. And now they tie up in the corner. Finally out to center it comes. Rinaldi on the move. Rinaldi trying to walk in. Backhander. That might have gone a piece of the outside of the post. As the fans get up and cheer. Union just missing there. Here's York. Up the wall. Kicked at by Liljegren and swept into the zone. Back comes Scarfo. And now into the zone is Meyer, a wrister. He scores! Top corner, Cole Meyer. Couldn't tell if it was clean or not. I saw it pop into that top left corner. Either way, we're tied. Just don't know if it took a deflection or not.
Yeah, Engineers having trouble stopping the Dutchman from coming in on the near boards. There were 2 clean entries there, one by Rinaldi. Looking at the replay.
Face off, center ice. Yeah, I can't quite tell from our angle. I thought it was deflected the way it came off and the way Perry reacted.
Yeah.
He looked like he was down, like anticipating a low shot, and it ended up going to the top corner. Back comes Orval. He'll work it below the goal line. Coley has had it for a moment. All tied up at 2. Hayers to the point. Faking a shot, firing wide. Wilson looking for the redirect and got it. But it went wide again. Wilson a shot again, and that one's high and wide. High off the glass. Glove down at center by Wilson. Union partial change. Flipped into the zone. Bouncing puck far side. Union shoots it in. That's Liam Morgan. Now a shot and a save by Perry. Short side. Loose behind the RPI goal. Billy Jerry gets knocked down back there. Trying to get back to his feet. And Taylor threw his hands before his feet there and fell down. Bouncing puck in the slot gathered in by Newhouse. He'll lob it to center. RPI will take over again. 5 minutes into the third period. Union is tied it at 2-2. Harris to center. Touch pass back. Nice play between Stout and Jerry to get into the zone. They work it deep. Brassard slapping it far side. Rinaldi over there. Has some time to look up ice. Uses the wall for Vidmar. His cross ice feed through everybody. Union's offside, so they're not allowed to touch. Man breaking, and they find him. Walking right in, and a shot by Whiffen. Knocked the goalie stick away. Penalty coming up here on Union. Great find. Whiffen up ice. He gets knocked down there, and we can get a second penalty. At least a hold as Whiffen was trying to drive the net. He was whacked again. As Union will go shorthanded here, and a lot of times when you take a penalty, you don't expect the refs to call another one, so maybe you take a little more liberties in going after the puck. Either way, Union's down 1 man as to the box goes Campolito.
Yeah, the Engineers have responded well after the giving up that goal. That's at about 16 minutes, and as a result, push and play up ice, they're going to get a power play. Whiffen again doing a good job guarding the puck, sort of forcing frustration on the defenseman.
4th power play chance for the Engineers tonight. On the hold on Campolito. Union wins the defensive zone draw. Not much doing so far this evening for RPI on the power play. Now Chase Perry will come out of his net to hand it off to Prapavassis, and now Burgess. Todd Burgess into the zone and in deep. He's tied up with Scarfo. Wraparound clearance, far side, pinching in Wilson. Trying to dig it out. It's worked to the near point. Prapavassis holding. Wilson touched the puck, but just lost it in the process, and now back comes the Dutchman shorthanded. Walker in, shot right on, saved by Perry. Will leave it aside as no one else is around. In white anyway. Engineers move into the zone. They're onside. And that one into the RPI bench. Face off in the Union zone, so a bit of a break here. Union had a chance to clear it. They end up shooting it out of play, so face off will be in their own end. 1:16 to go in this power play in a 2-2 game.
Yeah, Wilson sort of looked like he wasn't sure whether he wanted to pass or shoot. And by the time he decided, it was too late. The puck was off his stick. So a little indecisiveness there by Wilson. This looks like we're actually going to get a neutral zone draw.
Originally it was in the Union zone, but they'll say a hand pass. At least that was the motion from our linesman, Ryan Knapp. So Union wins the neutral ice draw, and Light shoots it all the way down on goal. Perry sticks it to the far corner. Vidmar's surely going to waste some time here. RPI will try to limit that time, and now a penalty coming up on Manley. And I don't know.
It's a little bit of a weaker call. Manley just seemed like he had his stick against the leg.
Yeah, I guess so. That'll negate the final minute 2 of RPI's 4th power play, so that's done.
But the Engineers scored at 4-on-4, so.
That's true, it's a good point. They're going to get Manley for tripping here.
So we'll skate 4-on-4 for a minute with 13:28 left here in the 3rd period.
First call tonight that I would say might be a little iffy, so good job overall by these folks. In my eyes, the men in stripes.
I'd have to agree.
Moving in, Prapavesis. In deep it goes. Wrapping around, and then it's played out to center, falling down Riley. Now it's a one-on-one chance here. Shot goes wide. Good defense by Prapavesis. He got the stick right in the way of Scarfo's attempt and forced a very mild shot off the target. Now spinning around the neutral zone is Riley. Wilson waiting for it, and Riley can't find him with the pass as it's a little bit too far for his reach. Into the near corner now, Union zone. 22 seconds left to 4-on-4 before Union will have a minute of power play time. It'll be their 5th power play. Now sliding into the near corner and going down was Tyrannies. That'll allow Sapinski to break out. He's 1-on-2. He gets shoved down by Harris, or shoved aside by Matt Harris. Worked up the near boards where it's kept in by Morgan. Power play time now for Union. Man breaking Tyrannies as Morello just skates it to center. Didn't have an angle as a lefty shot. And now he'll skate it all alone by himself, shorthanded. Shot wide of the goal for Morello, who has a goal tonight. His first of the year. 2-2 game, 12:09 to play in the 3rd period, RPI and Union. Shaping up for another classic. Last 3 of these games have been 1-goal games, a couple in overtime, going back to last year. Coleus, near side Morgan. Across for Coleus, far point. Down low. To the circle at least for Rinaldi. Now behind the net, Vidmar. His pass broken up by Prapavesis. Rinaldi gets it back. Vidmar behind the goal. 13 to go on this abbreviated Union power play. Coleus at the blue line. Skates towards the far point. Morgan near point. Had to field it off the wall. Down low. Vidmar. Centering pass broken up by Perry. Bouncing puck to the point. Fanned on. And trying to break there was Whiffen. They're reminiscent of his play he made against Harvard last year, but he wasn't able to corral it. But Engineers do get the puck in deep and kill the penalty. 0 for 5 is Union on the power play. Kept in by Polino, only for a moment. Broken up by Riley. Puck to the far side of the RPI zone. Shoveled to center by Wilson. On for Stout. Stick handling there. Make it Polino rather. Hayhurst in. He'll flip it towards the net. Bouncing puck. Hansen will cover with Orval. Giving a bit of spray, and then they shove Orval around a little bit, but he's all right. 11 minutes exactly to go. 3rd period. 2-2 RPI in Union. You're listening to live coverage of RPI hockey on 91.5 FM WRPI Troy.
And good defense there by Mike Prapavesis on the penalty kill. Several times getting his stick in the passing lanes of the Dutchman. And forcing clears.
So a long way to go. It's a long one here tonight. The extended period breaks to allow the families to be celebrated. Here's a shot by Polino right off the draw. Has extended things here. And now a nice steal behind the net by Orval. Stick handling free. Trying to get loose now from Campolito. Has him pinned against the wall. And Brassard comes to help for the Union side of things. He'll chip it off the glass to center ice. Bouncing puck fanned on at the RPI line by Harris. Second effort finds Hayhurst. He'll turn back towards his own end. Manley and Harris play catch in their own zone. Now it's Harris skating far side. Matt Harris will ring it in. All the way around it goes. First one to it. Emil Orval trying to center. That's broken up by Campolito. Play to the far side. Scarfo. He takes a hit from Harris pinching in. Steps through that check. Bouncing puck towards the point and out to center. Crowd is a sellout officially. 4,716 at the Houston Fieldhouse. I believe it was a sellout a day before the game, now lofted into his own bench by Brendan Taylor, and will have a stoppage in play.
Yeah, you mentioned it was a sellout. There are actually a couple of my friends on the bus on the ride home from Liberty Leagues trying to call in to buy tickets, but we're unable to do so. And just want to talk about Matt Harris. Has had a really good start to this third period on defense and on offense, pinching in and covering the passing lanes.
Draw here, played behind the goal. Union has it. They look to break to center. Morgan, Taylor firing wide. And now at the point, a wrister deflected on goal, and a left pad save by Perry on the try from Newhouse. Someone got a piece of it on its way to the net, but didn't change its direction enough. And now offside. Coming back from an offside position was Morgan. That'll draw the whistle. And a face-off at the dot outside the Union zone. That's where the pass came from.
Yeah, and one of the things I said at the intermission was that the Engineers had to stay disciplined, and they've played disciplined so far in this third period. We don't know if it'll be the final period, but they've definitely played disciplined. Haven't had too many icings or too many penalties.
They'll clear off some ice here. They started doing this last year at the first stoppage after the 10-minute mark of each period, just to clean up the play a little bit. Helps a little bit, I'm sure, in that case. Shots are 26-13 Union, but the game is tied at 2. RPI had its first lead of the weekend for a bit here in the end of the second, early third, but 3:39 into the third period, Cole Meyer tied things up from Ryan Scarfo and Vascolius.
Yeah, and on that deflected shot from around the circle.
So when we restart play, we'll have a face-off just outside the Union zone near side. 9:46 on the clock. Whiffen up against Sapinski for the face-off, and Union wins it. Play it back around to the defensive side of things, and then they tip it in deep. Rinaldi to the far side. Wraparound effort broken up on the try by Vidmar, kept near the blue line by Coleus. Near side, shoved from Wilson, picked up by Riley near corner. He's pestered by Vidmar. Sapinski over there as well. They're all bottled up in the near corner of the RPI zone. And Sapinski kept in by Campbell. Penalty coming up. It's going to be a hook, and I think it's on Union. Or is it?
Yeah, they're opening up the box.
It's a good thing that the Dutchman touched the puck, because Darian Hansen was a couple steps out of his net, thinking the penalty was on RPI. He was trying to go off for an extra skater. Luckily for the Dutchman, things didn't transpire there, because if RPI had picked up the puck and skated the other way, there would have been an open net. But anyway, hooking is the call, and Anthony Rinaldi sends RPI on its fifth power play.
And hopefully they can get some momentum on this power play.
Haven't had a whole lot going on the man advantage so far tonight, and it's an immediate clearance off the draw for Union as we come upon 9 minutes to go in regulation time in a 2-2 game. Fired in by Prapavesis around to the far side, bouncing puck all the way free to the point. Played back to Prapavesis near side from Riley. Prapavesis now working up the wall, stops there, plays it back to the near point for Riley. A wrister over the top of the net. Hayhurst now far wall, holding, pulls it back to the point. Hayhurst now top of the circle, into the skates, fired in front, right through Prapavesis on a centering try by Orval, and now a clearing try far side. Hayhurst keeps it in. Jacob Hayhurst, top of the far circle, down low, Orval again. Orval waiting, hands it off to Hayhurst to the side of the net, walking right in, a save by Hansen, rebound, chapped to the corner. Orval trying to settle a bouncing puck along the wall. He's roughed up there by Vidmar. Puck comes free to the point. Riley thought about a shot, takes a shot, it's blocked. And now Vidmar skating with Sapinski. 2-on-1 shorthanded. Walking right in, a sliding puck check by Riley to break it up. Great play by Riley. He gave up his stick in the process.
Yeah, it looked like a windshield wiper there sliding across the ice with his stick.
39 seconds to go in the RPI power play. Dutchmen have had a few too many odd man breaks shorthanded than the Engineers would like tonight. And now we get a whistle. Offside, maybe. 7:42 to go in the third. Another 30 seconds on this RPI power play. Sliding poke check. They're scoring on the scoreboard again. As Will Riley, who took that shot, hit a Union man, and they sent back 2-on-1. So in a way, the rush was some fault of his, and he was able to make up for it.
Yeah.
Face off, neutral zone, one back by the Dutchman. They shoot it off of Manley at center, and the Engineers control there. Wilson up the near boards, playing it in, wrapping around, looking for York. Tie up behind the net, and worked up the near boards all the way down. Quickly shot down, bouncing puck off the stick of Walker. Manley will start things out for RPI from behind his own goals. 5 seconds to go on the power play, so that's all but done here. Engineers will be 0 for 5, and they are now. They do get it in deep, however. Liljegren in the near corner, to the point. Prapavesis waiting, lofting it ahead. Burgess down low. Campbell trying to clear it out far side. It'll be gathered in. Now a chance for Union to break 3-on-2. Rinaldi with speed into the zone. He's tripped. And RPI is taking a penalty. Who are they going to get? I think Grant.
It's Tommy Grant.
Yeah.
He did get the puck with his stick, poking at it, but he also got the skate.
A penalty-ridden period here, both ways. And what was a decently officiated game, the refs have kind of taken the game over here. And that's not what you want to see. You don't want them to be the center of attention. They have been for the last few minutes.
Yeah, it's really slowed up the period as well.
Power play for Union, they're 6th. They're 0 for 5. Here's Coleus, far point. Gets it back in a touch pass from Rinaldi. Morgan, back to Coleus. And now Sapinski. Morgan, cross-ice feed, just getting a piece of it there was Whiffen. And now a shot and goal. Rinaldi fired it home. And it's a power play goal and a 3-2 Union lead with 6:32 to go.
Yeah. Rough one there for the Engineers, and it looks like Jared Wilson is going to the ref about something, maybe some sort of interference. But the Dutchman just had great movement on that power play, going back and forth across the ice.
So RPI now down a goal again. That looked like beat Perry 5-hole after a second look, and they're discussing things. I'm not sure what.
Maybe goalie interference.
Was there a Dutchman player on the edge of the crease there?
He was on the edge. I don't think he was in the crease. So this is not sure the Engineers.
There was a potential for a goalie interference last night in one of Union's goals. I believe it was their third goal. And I don't think they're going to look at this. Or are they? Now, last night, I thought that the Engineers used their timeout to challenge the play. But it turned out that the Engineers used their timeout later in the game, so they didn't use the timeout to challenge. They can use the timeout to challenge here still, I believe, if Coach Dave Smith would like to.
Yeah, Smith getting an explanation now from the officiating.
24, Morgan, 18, Sapinski, 13-28.
I haven't had a chance to watch it from the top-down view, which will give you the best angle.
We attend to the Hill at Moja this weekend. The Hill Beer Garden, a European staycation. Enjoy beverages and small plates. And 379 Congress Street in Troy. It's open.
There is a player. It looks like he's outside the crease from just the replay I've seen. So getting a workout here is Tom Steinell, a referee, going back and forth with explanations. One coach to the other, near side to the far side. And now, are they going to look at this in the end? Now Steinell is over to the near side talking to Brian Hicks, our other referee. And
there's the overview.
Yeah, Vidmar was awful close.
Yeah.
To the crease.
I believe if he
but I don't know if he was in it. Yeah, I don't know if he was in it. And there was a push by the NCAA, the Hockey Rules Committee, to start being more lenient on goals like this and not less. So that doesn't bode well for RPI if they're trying to stick with that motion, that to try and do that. There were goals that in the past would be denied because of goalie interference. Now, unless they're actively disrupting the goalie's movements or in contact with their equipment trying to make a save, they're not going to call it. I think that's what was the result last night, why they didn't call it. They didn't pull it back for goal interference, and that's probably the same reason tonight that's not the case. So all signs point here to this
being a good
goal, right,
for the Dutchman, which is unfortunate for the Engineers, but props to the Dutchman, who had, again, great movement on that power play.
Also, it's the referee, right. Also, it's the referees. Go ahead.
Puck was all over the ice, in my opinion. The Engineers kind of looked close, and we have a good goal.
Right.
So
the Engineers lose their timeout here, so it was specified that the Engineers were, in fact, using their challenge. Yeah, no timeout for RPI. We knew that with 6:32 left. But it's not a bad move. Unlike football, where you have a challenge, or a couple challenges,
couple timeouts.
Right. It's not as big a deal. Plus, goals are a lot of times much bigger play, especially at this point in the game, than maybe a challenge in a football game. That's the kind of challenge you have to make, in my opinion. So that's a smart move.
Smart move by Coach Dave Smith. So something a little off topic I'd like to talk about.
Sure.
You mentioned the name Jack Adams several times as the right winger for the Dutchman.
Yeah.
I kept thinking it sounded familiar, and then I realized, so I just real quick Googled it, and it's actually an award given to the best hockey coach in the NHL annually. So and when I read the roster, I was like, that's a hockey name, Jack Adams. Why do I know that name?
Yeah.
So
it's not a bad one.
No.
For sure. All right. So 6:32 left. We'll finally be back to hockey here after the good goal and the Engineers challenge. Here's Tommy Grant in his own end. Stick handling through center. Broken up, and it pops into the RPI bench. And then we get a stop. And shots are 28-14 Union, and RPI is going to need to dig deep here.
Yeah, dig deep in these last couple minutes. Skate hard. Try and tie it up. Center ice face-off coming up.
Draw coming at center. Engineers trying to split the Capital Skates. It's only been tied one time since they started the home and away series format between RPI and Union. That was 2007-08. Every other time, one team is one or the other. There's a puck batted out of the air by Tyrannies, trying to reenact last night, only that would have been much more spectacular here, as he was much further from the goal. A Malephone trying to center, that's broken up by Grant. Couldn't find it. Now a Malephone shot, deflected over the top again. Prapavessis will try the near side to the point where it's kept in by Campbell. Right back to Prapavessis at the near wall. Tyrannies on for Hayhurst, or Morello rather. Tommy Grant trying to give it back to Morello. He can't control it. This is icing on RPI. Well, not enough on it, so Campbell's forced to play. Shot back the other direction. Here's Will Riley finding Wilson. Tipped into the Union zone. First one to it will be Newhouse. He'll backhand it far side. Trying to pick the pocket there was Riley, and now a chance for Union to break the other way as Riley jumped into the attack. Shot fired wide on the attempt by Fu. Tie up towards the point near side, RPI zone. Under 5 to go in regulation. In comes Liljegren. Runs into the linesman. They continue to work down low. Now pinching in Wilson near corner. Jared Wilson twisting and turning. Still on the puck. Watch there. Tries to throw it out in front. It was broken up. And now gathered in by the Dutchman. They'll lob it high in the air towards the RPI end. Too far for the intended target. That was Fu. It wraps around for Wilson. He shoots it off the boards. In the air, Union territory. Race for the puck. First one to it, Campolito. RPI with a partial change as they gather at center ice. Matt Harris across for Manley. Up the boards. And in, Orval takes a hit. Keeps on trucking up the wall. Tie up at the half boards. Kept in by Manley. He'll lob it in deep. Under 4 to go now. Puck in the Union zone. Dutchman lead 3-2. Harris pitching far side. Gets it shoved right back toward him. Burgess trying to keep it in the zone. It's forced out to center. Now the linesman on the other side gets in the way. It'll be Burgess on for Hayhurst. Hayhurst walking in. Backhand shot. That was blocked. Rebound scooped out to center and all the way down. Will this be icing? If it has the legs, it will be. And it's just barely across the end line. And it will be icing on Union. 3:28 to play. Dutchman up 3-2 still.
Yeah, Liljegren, when he went down on the near side, he actually took with him 2 Dutchmen and an official. So Victor Liljegren, strong power forward on the left side.
Face off to the right of Hansen. Trying to help Union finish off the sweep here. Shot in by RPI. Stopping it, Hansen. Brassard shot it off his own defensive partner, Campbell, who picks it up and tries to clear. Intercepted by Stout. Knocked away from him. And now the puck's out to center. Here comes Adams. Swatted back to center ice. Played on further. Stout lobbing to the far corner now. 3 minutes to go in the third. Far corner Richards. He's tied up in the corner. Dug out. Played far side. Tommy Grant pinched all the way up the wall, trying to keep the puck in the zone. Near side, Prapavesis. He'll keep it in. Glove down, however, by Sapinski, and worked up the wall for Adams. On further, here's Scarfo into the zone. Centering pass, that's broken up. It was actually Coleus. I think he may be trying to shoot there. Either way, missed the cage. Stout across. Ahead comes Richards. He'll dump it in. RPI will change all 5 with 2:25 to go. Down a goal. Sellout crowd, pretty quiet right now. Engineers trying to give him something to cheer about. Played back, Riley up ahead. York takes a hit at center ice. Whiffen had it for a moment, swept it away by Wilson, but he can't gather, and now Walker shoots it in for Union. All the way back behind the goal goes Perry to play. Some pressure comes, he works it far side for Troy York. York back, the freshman out of Plano, Texas. It'll be shot ahead in the air, rolling towards goal, and it will be covered. And puck pop free. It wasn't really covered for very long, and now York takes a couple of whacks to his face mask there.
Yeah, York got his stick under the glove of Hansen. Troy York, who of course has a fitting name for the location of RPI in Troy, New York.
And he's the newest Troy in Troy, New York. Maybe not now. Maybe when he came to school in August. There could be a newer Troy now. We don't know.
Yeah.
So he's not playing for the hockey team.
Yeah.
He actually, what did he say?
He committed later than most of the other players. He committed, I think it was in June.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
And just got him out of the NAHL.
Shot in by Prapavesis, who gets dumped there. And what's the call? I think
it's offsides because it hit Burgess off of Wilson's dumping attempt.
1:42 to go. 3-2 Union leads. Oh, face off outside the Union zone. Chase Perry is off. 6 skaters out there for RPI with 1:42 to go. So we saw what was more of a late pull, under a minute yesterday, and that puck will go into the scoring box area. Perry was pulled in a 1-goal game with 55 or so seconds yesterday. Tonight, it's over 90 seconds left. Now, 1:36 to go. Neutralized face-off and a big one. Tie up Vidmar trying to just shoot it off the draw, and he hit Prapavesis' skate. And he'll turn back to his own end. Mike Prapavesis had his own blue line, fed up the boards, tipped in deep by Orval. First one to it, and then pinning it against the end boards there. Stolen away. Here's Orval, indirect off the wall. Prapavesis. Engineers need a goal to tie it here. Wilson far circle, waiting across the near side. Orval shooting, and it's blocked. Took a slight hesitation there. Didn't shoot it one time. First time. Orval again turning into the slot, drops it back for Prapavesis. Across for Wilson, near side Orval again, into the slot, shot coming, save, or block rather, rebound Sapinski, backhand at the center. And a couple Union players go down in the zone, puck back to center ice. Great setup by RPI, they had a man loose in the slot, now a pass hits a skate, Hayhurst goes down, and backing up to their own blue line are the Engineers with 41 to go. Liljegren, far side, lost it. Drops it back, Prapavesis, that pass is off the mark. He has to backtrack a bit. Wilson threw it onto the tape of Walker, who didn't know what to do with it, so he just plays it down ice, and didn't ice it, luckily for him. Wilson will play now. Prapavesis, 21 seconds to go. 3-2 Dutchman, shot in by Liljegren. Behind the goal, Campbell trying to clear, knock down Tierney's. To the side of the cage, it's fed all the way through. A chance for the Dutchman to clear, and they do. And a chance for a shorty. It's Walker, and he's got it. And it's 4-2. And that will do it. 2.1 seconds left.
Yeah, 2 seconds left here in the period. Engineers, good move there to pull the goalie. They had several chances there, set up 6-on-5. Emil Orval, you noted hesitating on that one chance. He could have one-timed it, but maybe trying to just make sure the puck was on his stick so that he didn't fan on it. And as a result, a little hesitation allowed Hansen to slide over.
And he wanted to be sure, but by the time he took the shot, a Union defenseman had gotten down and blocked it. So an empty net goal for Ryan Walker. It's the second goal of the year. And center ice draw won't mean much as the final horn goes, and Union takes a pair of hard-fought games